Hi everyone, this is Tiffany from TiffanyDowd.com. Today I want to talk to you about 6 mistakes that I've made in my business online. And what I'm going to have you do is a little homework assignment where you also write down however many mistakes you think you've made. Maybe it's just 1, maybe it's none, I doubt that. Or maybe it's 20, who knows. But I want you to make a list, and there's a reason that we'll talk about in just a minute. So I have 6 that I was thinking of right off the bat. And there's probably a lot more, but the first 6 that I know of. Number 1, I've waited too long to create info products, build a list, do video blogging, podcasting, anything that I have procrastinated about. It's been too long. I don't care if I put it off for a day because I was scared, or if I put it off for 2 years like I did with video blogging. That was absolutely ridiculous. And the reason that I tell you this is because you're going to eventually do all this stuff that you're either too scared to do, or that you don't feel you're ready to do, or you don't feel you're a big enough marketer to do. I promise you, I guarantee you, someday you're going to do it. Whether it's video blogging and you vow you'll never be on there, you will someday. And the problem is you're going to be really kicking yourself that you waited, because there's this whole time span, these 2 years that I waited a video blog, that I could have been building a relationship with my audience, that I didn't. And it's really just stupid for us to sit there and let our fears get in the way, or whatever we let get in the way of it, because time-wise, So anything that you put off, don't put it off another day. Number 2, I followed advice that didn't sit well with me simply because I wanted to make money. And I've been where y'all are. Before I was making 6 figures, and I was looking at these 7-figure marketers going, oh my God, they slap up 3 articles and they pay for some backlinks to some person over in India, and they're making 7 figures. And I thought that's as easy as it is. And what am I doing, So, of course, I've sat there with, in certain product reviews and done what they said to do. Obviously, I'm testing to see how well it works, but I'm sitting there hoping I'll hit one out of the ballpark too, right? And I regret that. I regret that there's things that even, not too long ago, not years, that I've reviewed and I've implemented tasks that it's not that they hurt anyone paying for some backlinks, but it's just stuff I wouldn't do, and I regret that. And I think it was a mistake. I think there's times that even during review, you have to say, you know what, that's ethically not in line with what I like. I don't like to game a system and pay for backlinks and stuff like that. I think they should be natural, and I think they should just, if someone values me enough as a marketer and what I'm doing, then they should naturally link to me and say, hey, check this girl out. That's the kind of link building that I want to do. Number 3, I've given people who didn't deserve it the benefit of the doubt. I have let people that I kind of know are scumbags have a second chance. And then it's like, that snake that bites you, and you're like, I knew you were a scumbag. Why did I do that? And sometimes you really need to listen to your gut. Another one that kind of goes opposite of that is I've flown off the handle when I should have just settled down first. There was a time during one review, and I forget what it was now, but anyway, I kind of went off on somebody for something they were doing. And then later I found somewhere in my own blog where I had endorsed the same type of practice, and it was way early on, but it was something that I used to think was okay. And so I have to sit there and remind myself that, we grow as individuals and as marketers, and what we believe in and what we accept and we know is right and wrong, we kind of learn over time. And so I've flown off the handle on people. Now, some people deserve it, and I'm not saying every time I've flown off the handle that I shouldn't have done it. Let's just get that straight. But sometimes, I don't realize, hey, you used to think that way too. And then, of course, there's people who have called my house who I've flown off the handle at, but we won't go into that. Another one is I've kept my mouth shut to avoid ruffling feathers. And I know you can't imagine this about me because I never keep my mouth shut. But in the early years, in forums and things like that, there were times when I would see almost like a bullying situation. You would see people being ridiculed for needing help or something like that, and you have the old timers. And I was like, oh my God, they're going off on him. I'm not stepping into this. When in reality, I'm sitting there thinking, this person is new. They have a good question. Now, I'm not afraid to step in there and say, back off. Y'all are being ridiculous, and this person has a good question. But I do regret in the early years thinking that I wasn't enough, that I wasn't a big enough marketer to have the right to step in and say what my opinion was, and just to stand up for other people, or to stand up for just tactics that I thought were right, because I didn't want to, ruffle the old timers' feathers. That's so ridiculous. And number 6, I've been stubborn about change, whether it's my hair or my blog or whatever it is. I'm a little stubborn when it comes to doing something different. Y'all got me to change my red lipstick and black eyeliner, and I cut my hair, and I changed my blog to a little bit more professional look. I'm still struggling with going to a different theme, because I love my theme, but I kind of want it a little bigger. I'm feeling a little squeezed in here. So there's lots of things that I regret, and that I try to change, mistakes that I've made. So what I want you to do, actually, when I look at this list, when I look at what my mistakes I've made, things like waiting too long to create info products, build a list, video, blog, podcast, the reason I like to look at this list of mistakes is that these are also things that I overcame. These are this is actually a list. Instead of being a list of mistakes, it's a list of progress and successes that I've done. So that's why I kind of want you to look at it, and it could even be something that you're currently making a mistake with, but you're working on. That's good sometimes too, because I'm proud of myself when I look back and I say, you know what, I have put myself out there to build products, I built a list, I have a video blog. I no longer do anything that someone says just because I want to make money, because I know the difference now. I know now to listen to my gut about people. I know how to settle down and evaluate things before I just fly off the handle and go into a rage right now. And I know how to push myself into change. It may be slow, but I do push myself there. So all of these lists of mistakes that we think we've made in the past are things you can look back on and you can be proud of as well. So that's it for me today, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.